Whether you clicked on this video because you want to find perfect sniping spots to do Shooterborn in Heaven, or you just want to flex on your friends to show that you can do long range snipes, this video is for you. We're going to be going over some perfect sniping locations for the Shoreline map, and there's also going to be other videos appearing on the channel very soon on other map locations as well to make you an all-round amazing sniper. So don't forget to click on the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date for those. But in this video we're going to be focusing on Shoreline and some of the sniping spots I use most frequently to catch my targets off guard. When sniping and Escape from Tarkov, it's key that you aren't chasing shots and running around the map. Patience is key, and not only that, you don't want to be pitched up somewhere that everyone knows about, so hiding in those lesser known spots is key to your survival. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to show you a few sniping spots on the Shoreline map that not many people know about, but I use them all the time and they're great for PvP. Our first sniping spot on the Shoreline map is actually right by the water treatment plant in the center of the Shoreline map. So looking at the water treatment plant, we're going to do 180 degrees and walk up towards the resort, and you'll see that there's a concrete platform up there. That is actually going to be our first spot, but it's actually not on the concrete platform itself that we're going to be sniping from, as I feel that that's too common for people to check. Once you get up to the concrete platform here, you're not going to want to stay on the platform itself. Like I said, people check up here quite often and you're easily flanked from the resort itself. So instead, you're going to want to come to the left hand side and you'll see the platform extends past the railings. You're going to want to walk on the outside of the platform around on the left hand side. And then you'll see that there's some pillars down below you that blocks off the water from the map. You can jump on these pillars and lay down, and this is my sniping spot, my favourite sniping spot in the Shoreline map in fact. You can see people quite commonly in a few locations. These are what I call points of interest. The first point of interest is the water treatment plant itself. You can see people walking around and killing scavs no problem, but you don't want to take a shot if it's too difficult. Catch them while they're looting scavs or even opening the door to the actual water treatment plant itself. They'll be still for a few seconds, and if you range correctly, you'll be able to get a shot on target no problem. Another spot is the field just across the water to our right. You'll see that it's a nice open space with very little tree cover, and when you've got the high ground on them, you'll be able to take shots pretty easily and kill targets no problem. Walk along, drop down here, lay down, and then look at this, look. See the boys? There's two of them. One dead. Shooterborn in Heaven done. That was the Mosin guy we saw too. Now right against the wall on the other side of the water is not 100 meters, but anything past the rocks that you can see in the middle of the field is, so bear that in mind. You can easily take shots at people behind the rocks and in the field and walking up to the bus station or walking up to the resort, and you'll be able to get 100 meter headshots for your Shooterborn in Heaven. But nevertheless, whether you need Shooterborn in Heaven or not, this is a really cheeky spot if you love sniping. The next spot that I'm going to show you is actually up in the resort compound in the very far right hand side of the compound itself behind the east wing. So what you're going to want to do is run around to the east wing and into the back right hand corner. And the reason I'm basing my attack at the resort is because this is the most popular place for people to go. You'll see a lot of traffic here and you'll be able to cover many different angles and find people and catch them off guard in this position. So you want to run up past the play area over here. You're going to want to go past the fence and in the very far right hand corner of the resort compound. Just past this little dumpster here there's a small bush, and this is the bush that we're actually going to base our strategy and our attack in. Once you're in this bush, there's a few points of interest that you can look out for. The first point of interest is the top windows that are on the north wing that are facing directly towards you. These two windows here are actually a small office. In that office is a small desk, and behind that desk a safe. Now, in some lighting situations it may be quite hard to see through the windows as they look frosted, but in other lighting situations the windows look absolutely see-through whether you're aiming down sight or not. notice that the windows are easier to see through when you're not aiming down sight than when you are. So when it's dark like it is currently, character silhouettes will look brighter and you'll be able to spot them quite easily, and then you can just aim down sight and take a shot. Or when it's bright, you'll see a darker silhouette and you'll notice a player sticking out like a sore thumb. Need to do the guide too. Yeah, I'm not bothering to go for Kappa. Hey, look at that. See what I mean? Someone coming from the window. That was the player scav that we saw. Because a lot of people loot this safe, it's a very easy 100-meter headshot, meaning you can get a shot on target no problem whenever someone is looting the north wing. Not only that, but you've also got the roof that you can check, as well as quite a few windows and balconies on the east wing itself. And you've got the hole in the fence where many people jump over to get into the east wing. And if you catch someone just as they're peeking the corner, the far corner of the east wing, you will be able to get a 100-meter headshot from there as well. It's not only points of interest from this spot though that you can look out for, it's also channels of line of sight. A channel of line of sight is basically so you can see people coming, whether you're seeing people flanking you or you can see people moving into different positions. You'll be able to see a good few channels of line of sight. The first one is along this pathway that leads to the other end of the compound. You can range your shots from 100 meters all the way to over 250 meters away, and you'll see people coming from a mile off. You've also got the other channel that looks down towards the far left corner of the east wing. And you've got a channel straight ahead of you where you can see the back door of the east wing as well. You can see people going in and out from there, and you'll be able to see people whether they're running to the north wing or running out from one of the holes in the fence. Having good headphones is key here because you can also use the cliffside behind you to catch targets off guard. For example, just over this fence and along the cliffside is Grandma's house, and if you hear fighting coming from this direction, you can perch yourself up on the cliffside pretty easily and take a shot when people are not expecting it. Okay. Oh well, the fog, it can go away, please. Oh, hang on. Dead guy. And them shots weren't long ago. There we go. There we go. MDR, that was what we heard earlier. But you also want to listen out because you're very exposed from up here and people can sneak up onto you pretty easily. I wanted to do a few different things in the military and ended up going with the IT route. Wanted to be a sniper. Eyesight was too shit. Passed everything else. Don't sneak up on me again. Once you're finished looking over there in this direction, it's wise to go back to the bush because the bush gives you quite a lot of cover and not many people check there, while it still gives you a large amount of opportunities to take good shots and good snipes. Another spot we can go to is right along the shore, just past the gas station on our way towards the CCP temporary extract. It's the rocks on the ridgeline just off of the highway, and it's not the rock closest to the gas station, that one's too obvious. It's actually the big rock further down the road. When you get to this rock right against the ridgeline, then there's a couple of things that you can actually do. You can lay down in this dark patch here and get a good view of the highway while staying pretty undercover and not easily detectable, and you can also go around the other side of the rock and actually climb up on it pretty easily. This will give you an even better overview on the highway, and you can also check out the surrounding area and even look up towards the big radar tower. Now you are pretty exposed from up here, so you can find a position and lay down on it, for example, to give yourself a little bit more cover, but you've got a perfect view of people that are running down the road, and I've killed a few people by doing that. One of them died. Okay. Remember what I was talking about when I was talking about easy kills, right? If you can find someone goes to loot a body, like that, take them out nice and easily. You're going to also want to keep an eye and ear out around for surrounding shots, because this is quite a contested area, especially straight off of spawn. There's a lot of people that go up to the tall bit here, where you can snipe people when they're sniping down either into the water treatment plant or towards the gas station. I mean, it's a possibility that we should just dip out. But I feel like as soon as we... hello? I found our sniper, chat. And if you get here straight off of spawn and you're the first people in this area, then it might be wise to stay off of the rock for a little bit and watch back towards the construction area, because you'll be able to see people coming along through the trees or along the road. I'm going to try and keep these videos as condensed as possible to avoid overloading you guys with information. That's why I'm going to stick it to 3 points per video, but I will be going over some other maps as well, like customs, interchange, reserve, etc. So make sure you're subscribed for that. And if you want to see part 2 on Shoreline, because there are more spots that I haven't showed you, then let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section. Also, if you're struggling to find out the distance between point A and point B and struggling to zero your weapon on targets, then I recommend using this map. This map is linked in the description, and it'll allow you to draw a line between point A and point B, and it'll calculate the distance roughly so you can zero your weapon effectively and get shots on target. Now these are rough, they're not exactly precise, however I do find that some maps on here are more effective than others. So it's a useful tool to have, and also practice does make perfect. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, a like's always appreciated, and remember, subscribe to stay tuned for other maps like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Anyway guys, I thank you all for watching all the way to the end of this video. Your support really does mean a lot to me. It allows me to keep doing what I love to do and get new content out for all of you lot. If you like the video that I just put out, then a like is always appreciated, and if you want to stick around and get updated when I upload, then consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. According to YouTube's analytics, then the majority of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're someone like that, then why not hit that little button below? It's free and it helps my channel out, so what do you really have to lose, right? And if any of you guys are interested in playing demanding games like Tarkov but are struggling with the performance, why not check out Shadow? Shadow's a cloud gaming subscription service that allows you to access a Windows desktop client with the top of the range hardware located at your nearest data center. Shadow is a service that I still use all the time. Anytime I'm out of the office and need to edit a video or record some footage, Shadow is perfect. They're a company that I really enjoy working with, and they're ideal for anyone who travels a lot or just someone that can't afford a super high powered PC. Shadow's got many people covered as long as you've got a relatively decent internet connection. If you wanted to check Shadow out, then there's a link below that you can go and do your research and find out more about their services. And if you do decide to subscribe to Shadow, then you can use my code Samosh and you'll save yourself some money, which is always worthwhile. I'd like to thank you once again for making it to this point in this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.